This morning, police in Michigan are investigating how it's possible that a voting machine used in the 2020 presidential election went missing and was then sold on eBay. CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan is live for us in Cadillac, Michigan with more. Wow, Donnie, this is bizarre.
Yeah, Brianna, it's not every day we come to the Goodwill to talk about election security, but that is just where this very unusual story begins. Have a look.
Harry, what's in the box?
That is a device which can be configured either to be a voting machine, as a diary, or ballot marking device.
This box should not be here on Harry Hursty's kitchen table in Connecticut.
Yeah, I have been asked not to open it so that if it's a part of criminal investigation, it's preserved as evidence.
Hursty is an elections expert. He bought this voting machine for $1,200 on eBay.
As far as I was aware, it was a completely legal sale on my end.
The eBay seller is Ian Hudson, an Uber driver in Ohio. In your eBay ad, you wrote, Dominion ImageCast X voting machine from Michigan, own a piece of history. This voting machine was one of thousands used in the 2020 US presidential election. But how did an Uber driver in Ohio get his hands on a Michigan voting machine? He bought it from Goodwill online.
I saw a listing for what looked like just an industrial touchscreen computer. And I got to looking through the pictures, and in one of the pictures I saw in the bottom corner of the screen, it said Dominion Voting. So I just on a whim bid on it, and I was the only bidder, and I won the auction.
So how much did you pay for the voting machine?
I paid $7.99.
I'm really surprised about this. I mean, $8. He made a good profit.
It turns out someone dropped the voting machine off at this Goodwill in northern Michigan. Who that person is remains a mystery, but the Goodwill put the voting machine for sale up on its website.
I wasn't even aware that they were supposed to be sold, let alone donated to Goodwill.
It is shocking that only when we started asking, does it belong somewhere? Only after that they realized it has been stolen.
They being the Michigan Secretary of State's office. One of Michigan's voting machines showed up on eBay.
Yeah, we immediately referred it to law enforcement.
Clearly it's raised some issues about the chain of custody and how these machines are secured.
We basically have 1,600 jurisdictions. Typically in between elections, clerks have the responsibility of securing all election equipment and protecting it from illegal attempts to access it by unauthorized individuals.
Michigan is one of several swing states where authorities are already investigating unauthorized access to voting systems by people who are trying to prove the false claim the 2020 election was stolen.
There is a nationally coordinated effort to try to interfere with our elections that's manifesting itself at the local level in incidents like these in Michigan. What you really have is individuals who don't seem to understand the technicalities of the elections process or election security, trying to gain access to machines to keep the misinformation alive.
What do you say to the voter who is skeptical, who's watching this and saying, they lost a voting machine in Michigan?
Well, a couple of things. One, Michigan's elections are secure. Before every election, we test every machine for accuracy. We've never seen, even with this unauthorized access to machines, any actual evidence of any challenges or wrongdoing or lack of security in the process.
Now, Brianna, it's not clear if the Goodwill actually knew that this was even a voting machine when they posted it to their website. It kind of just looks like a big screen, a big monitor, and the Goodwill here in northern Michigan saying they process thousands of items every week. Obviously, a lot of big security issues here that will have to be answered by authorities as part of that investigation.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.